All right, good. Let's not leave too much time on this. You fool! You violated the natural order. I know. There's too many side quests. I believe obtain oil from Altail and defeat a desert tour in Karava. Okay. Oh, cool. I can just do this here. Did I check, actually? Do you have... Must have checked the shop at some point. Ooh. What's that? Actually, maybe that just sounded louder than it should have. Alright. Oh, game, don't make me look around. Oh, wait. Ah, here we go. Excellent.
Mid's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, game, I don't even remember what happened here. Oh, I need to find another oil. Okay. These kind of things are easier when you're not half blind. Not like actually, I'm just very bad at perception. Are you guys guarding it? Good job, guys. Aha, here we go. Did find it.
This should be enough.
Now we need to find Korava. Fortunately, the map will tell me where to go. Ah, this is Korava. By Dravost. An old blitzer. It's about 6 to 1, half dozen the other, really. On the bright side, I think I could just, yeah, turn around completely.
Ready, go?
Let's get going.
Run like the wind.
Hopefully these will all be pretty straightforward, though. Because I do not know if I can properly get through anything if it throws me a real curveball.
Here we are again. Karava. If you were a tortoise, Togo, where would you hide?
Oh, right, that's what I'm doing here. Probably right here.
It looks like we found him.
Oh, this is risky. Ah, I pull it off anyways, good. And knocked you out. Well, I can hit with a blizzard too. That is stylish.
Nice try.
I mistimed that one. Yeah, I'll just knock you out. And we'll build some Tetsuki meter for next time. What are you still doing awake? You must be tired. From an exhausting tower, although it went pretty well actually. So, that was nice. Adamantoy shell. It's believed in adamantoys. Actually, they've said it adamantus, you know, like, because it's a tortoise. I don't know, it feels like if you're going to change the name a bit, you give it more of a proper sound to it, right? But I guess adamantus makes more sense. No, don't make it my fault. It is believed in adamantus will grow a thin new layer to its protective shell once every 2 moons. Considering that many of the creatures live for hundreds of years, it should come as no surprise that the shells of older specimens could be several hands thick and weigh over 50 stone.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
I didn't even get to fill up my Zantetsuken meter fully. Oh well, that's fine. And while I'm out, actually, what are the other ones? Speak with the merchants in Martha's Rest. And then speak with Archduke Elwin's aid in the Requiratory. Am I doing Joshua's? Harpocrates. Ah, right, because otherwise it's Torgal, my uncle, and then something for Dion. Kind of weird that I put Dion underneath my brother, but we've hung out way more with my brother than we have Dion. So I feel like that's kind of fair, really. But we will still leave Joshua for the last of the 3, because it's funny. And because I don't want him to abandon me. So yeah, we'll see what progress we can make in side quests. And then maybe I'll try to do the Odin Stone tonight. Or maybe I'll try to do some hunts tonight. Oh, the more I'm doing this, the more I don't think. Because ideally I would like to, in this stream, knock out enough stuff that next time I can finish all the side quests and stuff. And then ideally, my second stream next week would just be the final mission. Which I'm hoping can be done in 3 or so hours. Which might be optimistic as well.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
Shipwright's tallow, a thick, noisome lubricant made from the rendered fat of sea beasts, commonly used by shipwrights on the cranes and winches they employ in shipbuilding.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
You haven't done yet? Terry should have a keepsake for you?
Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem.
It's a
Here's
fallen
that smaller
cogwheel.
bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear.
Wow.
Now that I think about it, they use it when we put the scales back together.
Nice save there,
Young
Clive.
ones. But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Terry should have a keepsake for us? Would she have a different one? I already got her little, it was like an assorted medicin, wow.
Mr. Doll mentioned a new project yet?
A little medicine case she made for Clive, but...
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
No.
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only
Okay,
you
Clive
three
will
can
lie to the
provide.
children, that's fine.
A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
Damn.
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Kids roasting Clive.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
That is a good habit of a bad habit.
I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Actually, as much as I tend to hate children characters as a rule of thumb, because they usually suck, I think that was a cute way to give them a part to play in the final mission. Well, not final mission, but like a final side quest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can even look here. Let's see. Yeah, medicine chest right here. Honestly, I thought it was a pretty good kind of, like, fuck you kind of gift she got him for that. Like, you know what? You're gonna keep running around and hurting yourself? Here's a little thing of medicines. You son of a bitch. You know, it's a nice gesture that also is a little bit cutting.
Well, did they have it?
Brass cogwheel. An overlooked component of Mid's deconstructed scales. Its purpose remains a mystery to all but Mid. Ah.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe.
I mean, it was a good
Will it
idea,
work?
considering we
work?
missed the same
Perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What
his
exactly are you going to use
jukebox
it for?
thing, whatever they're
Only
called.
the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place. Well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing.
Oh, that's pretty fun looking.
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without.
The world could always use more airships.
Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I mean, fair, but they'll find a way
sorry.
anyways.
So am I, Clive. So am I.
Aww.
Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair.
I thought this would be so much better if it was in the sky.
It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
Oh,
My
that's
dad
kind of
always
cute.
said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this.
I mean, it's always after the apocalypse, Mid.
Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work.
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Rude, but okay. That is kind of Mid's nature.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
I do like that these are all, it's almost doing that, and there's Mid's thing. It's kind of doing that Persona thing, where, like, since these are the end of people's side quests, they kind of get their little cutscene moment, too. Kind of like you get the beginning and ending voice dialogue in Social Link. And I mean, obviously other playing things have their variants, too. Mid's dangerous dream of flight, immortalized in miniature. I mean, it didn't even work, but I guess she's going to keep working on it.
What shall I do with your model? You spent a lot of time on it. We both did.
What, that old thing? Not healthy to cling to your failures, Clive. They'll weigh you down, you know.
Sound advice.
Still, I suppose my prototypes will probably be worth a fair bit when I'm as famous as Bart's the Builder. Seeing as you're always strapped for coin, suppose I can give it to you. Just make sure you get a good price when you do come to part with it.
I'd say that was up to you as much as me.
I'm glad she thinks we would sell an important memento between us.
All right, Clive.
Oh, you do have new things. Okay. Ask about Origin. Couldn't we have chosen somewhere a bit more down to earth for our chat with Ultima? Then she could have come with us. Fine made a name for herself, instead of sitting on her ass while his imperial fancy pants gets all the glory.
Make a name
Excuse
for
you,
yourself.
Mid. Without the Enterprise, we wouldn't have saved Jill, wouldn't have made it to Ash, wouldn't have escaped from Stonehair with our lives. None of this would have been possible had she not followed her dream and kept her promise to Sid. Now we must keep ours.
You better bloody had to and all.
Or she'll be having his name back. Give it to Gav, maybe. Or Jill. Aye, definitely Jill. That Sorry, I'm thinking too hard about Radiant Dawn now. It's like, how dare you? But if anyone deserves to no, ask about the Enterprise.
Enjoy it while you can, Clive.
Because once that crystal's cracked, she's going through with her plan. It won't be easy for her turning her back on a dream she chased for so long. But we know what the best thing about dreams is? That they're never in short supply. They'll keep talking like she's the only one ever to have set her sights on the skies, when there might be someone up there already.
Imagine that, eh?
Like Nectar. He is a Moogle, so he flies. Hey, maybe when his Imperial Fancy Pants gets back, she can ask him to take her up there, so she can see for herself.
Till then, though.
She'll be down here with everyone else, dreaming away.
Draw, Clive.
I don't know about her plan to just throw it away. Like, I can understand not wanting to make a war engine, but...
All mentioned a new project yet?
And little kids are here.
Back for another part. We've got screws and bolts and nails and knobbles and noodles and
Okay, maybe don't keep the noodles. Alright. So that's trying to send me to do Torgal's thing. Silver linings. This is for Gav's thing for Edda, so we'll do that.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
Alright, we're looking for a silver
Excuse me.
chocobo feather.
I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Uh-oh. Hopefully it's not an evil chocobo. And yes, they've been pretty consistent about calling it a chocobo now, but screw them. Dino Cynic and you says it's going to be invented by someone someday anyway. Make it, release it, do what good you can before someone ruins it. Yeah. Like, it also feels like this is one of the few times she can get away with it. Because, like, obviously, post-apocalypse is bringing out some of the bad in people, but most of them are dying off. And the people stuck around are with the good people, right? It's going to be once people recover from this and they've had time to recover where you'll get a lot of the nasties come back out.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. Don't look so surprised. I expect the Burning Quill already told you that the Undying have eyes everywhere, and mine just happened to be here in the rest. I wanted to thank you, my lord, for all you've done for our people. You've rekindled the fire in the heart of every true-born
I don't remember
Valerian,
who this character is.
like the Phoenix. The Duchy shall rise again.
This was a
Not on
mistake.
any map, perhaps, but in us. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Yeah, really. Brennan Sellsword. Now, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah. Like, on one hand, it felt bad going to Wulude and finding out that the whole place was wiped out. Then we found out that they were even more racist than Sombrek. I believe he's the one you helped with the bear who was being turned in. Ah, that does sound vaguely familiar now that you mention it.
Can't say it wasn't a relief to see the better part of the Guardians finally taking their leave. We barely had room to breathe, what with them and us and all the others all crammed in together. They were good lads, though. I'll miss not having them around.
Yes, yes, yes. Martha, do you know where I need to go?
Good to see you.
Oh my god. Ask about Martha's past.
When I was a little girl,
Her family owned a bearer. They let her sleep in a corner of the barn and had her play with Martha and teach her letters. They never ate together or slept under the same roof, but even so, she was like family. Martha was with her on the day she died. She held me in her arms. Well, she held Martha in her arms and whispered in her ear, "My darling Martha, I'm so glad you didn't awaken." It was only years later that she found out she wasn't just a servant. She was her grandmother. Christ!
My grandmother.
And she watched her die in the corner of the barn on a pile of old straw.
I swore then and there.
She was going to do everything in her power to bring an end to all this, to never stop fighting until the day when bearers can live free, just like she deserved to. I mean, fair. And you know what? When she saw that glint in our eyes, she reckoned that day might be along sooner than she dared to hope. Why was that like, I feel like not that like some of the others weren't good to have, but like we had Isabel give us her whole backstory, and then Martha's thing is just this text here. Then again, on second thought, I shudder to think what these slaving bastards would do to bearers if they had airships to drop them out of. Yeah. Why use bombs when we just have these convenient bearers we can drop instead? Ask about the Guardians. It wasn't long after Rosalith got sacked that Sir Wade and his men turned up at their gates begging for shelter.
The wind right up us.
It did. The sight of them, all dressed in filthy rags. They were worried that Wade and his men might be cutthroats come to thieve and pillage. But some of the folk they had helped escape from the capital recognized them and set them right.
And thank goodness they did.
She couldn't have dreamed of better guests than the Guardians, the way they took the bearers under their wing and taught the Blood Axes how to fight like true shields at Rosaria. And when night fell, they'd all gather around the bonfire to sing songs of the old duchy. Well, why, it was enough to bring a tear to anyone's eye.
Like being back in the glory days.
It was. With them the knights in shining armor come riding to the rescue.
Half of me wishes they hadn't left.
For Eastpool. But the other half knows they're better off up there, and they're only a stone's throw away if the people of Martha's Rest need them. And they're just down here if they ever need them. If they're just down here, if the different they that is Wade and his men ever need the them that is these assholes. God damn me making this decision ages ago. Because that's what Rosaria is about. Not preening knights and mooning maidens, but proud, hardworking men and women helping one another out. I'm just not creative enough to be the level of petty evil these folks are capable of. Yeah, they're actually really, like... This game's writing is pretty good at having, like, this casual cruelty. Where, like, the sheer obvious lack of need for how cruel so many of these things are. Like, it's cartoonish villainy, except it actually feels, unfortunately, more realistic. Ask about the rest.
Exactly a bed of roses.
Right now. They've got ether floods cropping up all over, and new arrivals turning up at the gates near enough every day, begging for them to take the new arrivals in. Ever since the skies turned, it's been a struggle just to survive. But we won't hear her, or any of them really, complaining. Not least because they're finally free of the Empire's grip. The garrison's been pulled back east, and the few remaining Black Shields have gone with them. Which also means they don't have to fear for their bearers anymore. They can even treat them like the human beings they are, just like they're doing up in Eastpool.
And that's just the start.
If they can make a good go of Eastpool, it'll show the rest of the realm that you can live without magic, without slaves, that they all can be free.
Stop by for an ale any time, eh?
Man, that was an adventure Martha took us on.
The bearers taking well to their new homes, you know. I sometimes worry how they'll manage without me to cook and clean for them.
Okay, and none of you actually were necessary. It said I need to talk to merchants, right? Oh man, they're gonna make me look through this whole goddamn place. Okay.
We've got a few rooms going spare now.
Oh, this guy can fuck right off.
You're the actual Sean. Which means you're not the merchant I need to care about.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jars couldn't hurt me.
The people of the rest may seem to be in high spirits, but give them a little wine, a little company, and the tears soon begin to flow. Don't keep your woes to yourself, soldier. Open those floodgates. You'll feel the better for it, believe you me.
I mean, that was nice of the courtesan to just offer us sound psychiatric advice and not try to either that or Clive's aura of not being interested has just become that powerful. There we go. That's one.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Alright, now we need to find this third elusive merchant. Wherever he might be.
So sturdy, even a bandit
So apologies for that. Okay. Is there really not a merchant in this like whole giant area? No, you're over here. I had a feeling.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone? Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicereine?
You.
Maybe
No.
another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find.
Like, she doesn't know that's
No
her
one has
mom,
seen a
but
silver
still.
chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Also, she's dead, but...
A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride.
I mean,
Sounds
look.
almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here,
She probably had the naked pictures of her mom back when she was still alive, but they've become harder to shift. As is the case with these things. Man, like, I guess that's just the idea that you would want to have something like that just as a way of, like, pretending you have power over this distant political figure who has ruined your life. But God, it's just such an awful person to try to pleasure yourself to. Like, there's gotta be better things. Like, I don't know, a picture of a marble? Using
Let's go.
sandpaper? I don't know, I think there's just more things that would probably work out better.
can hardly make it up.
I feel like most of Martha's Rest knows who you are. This is true. She might be a distant, like, a traveling merchant, though.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change.
And that did. I was like, that doesn't separate off, does it? But no, there is something there. Am I blind? Oh, it's like right here. Okay, I am freaking blind.
More tracks. And these look fresh. The Chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
I wish Ambrosia had, like, another quest. And that she could have a loyalty mission, too. But oh well.
I don't hear anything.
Well, that's shiny, at least.
I'll be damned.
We must save the Chocobo. Or it's going to attack us.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you.
Look
Just
at these
borrowing a
beautiful
feather from my
creatures.
friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
That was oddly nice, with no combat in it. Not that I'm complaining. Maybe it's a good thing this isn't an Ambrosia follow-up quest. Get that teary-eyed first season of Pokemon Ash effect where we're like, maybe we need to let nature heal and let Ambrosia go and be with her Chocobo people. Oh, that was always so frustrating as a kid. Like, there definitely was an element that it kind of lost its sense of integrity as an active series. But I've actually really enjoyed more the later stuff when it was more faithful to, like...
Still, I appreciate it.
Not just Ash giving up on all his Pokemon. Alright, Gav, found you a feather.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Silver Chocobo feather. To the people of the North, silver chocobos are symbols of good fortune, the mere sight of one potentially meaning the difference between a failed harvest and a bumper crop. According to Gav, at least.
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
It's not that long a story, but it is a little weird.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me.
Well, that's why I'm doing your loyalty
I'm as good with a
quest.
whittling knife as I am with a sword.
Oh, so you're kind of bad at it.
Gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go.
That's fun, though. Oh, that looks kind of pretty, actually.
What do you think?
It's a weird
I
gift
think
for a
if you
baby,
ever
but...
hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Alright. Where's she, in the infirmary? Yeah, okay. I actually remembered where someone was. Amazing. It only took most of the playthrough. Oh, man. Okay. You don't have anything new to talk about, do you, Otto?
If you've got something to ask, ask. Off you go.
Okay,
then.
good. Maybe her baby is Leviathan. That would explain why she's okay. Was Gav waiting outside?
I was just about to go in. But then I thought it might be better if you went first. What with you being the head of the family and all.
Okay, Gav, whatever, man. You're the one who's crushing on her. What's up, Taria?
Try to stay out of trouble. He stopped the fits. I only hope they...
Ah, me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please.
Come on, Gav, you can do this. She's only like half your age and pregnant.
It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
I always forget drinking is like the one vice that Clive engages in actively. Well, I guess technically murder, but you know, with their world they're in, murder's nothing.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna
It's
be a
cutscene time.
father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon.
Was it a bearer?
Looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was.
Oh, they just got murdered instead. Okay.
Great brother I turned out to be.
That's pretty sad. Poor Gav.
I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls.
Gav, you were like
I'll never be
11.
like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
None of us can be like Torgal. He's the best.
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
That's funny when I've been putting off Joshua's loyalty mission. This is very nice.
Your brother.
Joshua, come on!
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
I don't know, Gab. I feel like the room is gonna go to Jill. And the sword, well, maybe you can have the sword. I would leave it to Torgal, but I don't think he will know what to do with it.
I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Quest complete. Winter Mead. A potent potable made from honey collected in the Northern Territory's short summers and fermented slowly over the next 6 moons, set to warm the belly on the North's cold winter nights. You got anything new to say? Yeah.
One of these days. One of these days, I swear it's gonna be me who drinks you under the table.
If by under the table you mean retching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of those days was yesterday.
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
Also, Gav, Clive has so many gods in him. There's nothing wrong with not being able to beat that. Tale to tell. Alright, so I'm down to 4 side quests. What is this one? Bocklet is... Right. And this is where there's a will. Okay. Is Hippocrates? Yeah. We will do... Yeah, I think I've made Joshua wait long enough. as funny as it has been. Watch, now he won't come on any of the other side quest adventures. It's like, finally, I'm out. Ghosted.
This is the Required Tree, an archive where we of the Undying collect and collate our findings. Fragments of Ultima's true nature surely lie buried within these pages. We have only to unearth them.
I mean, I hate to tell you this, ninjas, but he's kind of explained it all to us already. You can be done. Lord Cyril, acolytes stationed across Valsthea reported a curious change in the primeval structures we have come to refer to as monoliths, following the fall of Drake's tail and the change in the skies. Allow me to present the preliminary findings of our archaeologians' investigations into those monoliths most near at hand. Oh man. Also, I don't need an in-universe explanation. They should have been activated earlier. We were able to visually confirm the activation of the structure in the northern reaches of the Velcroy, but a sandstorm forced our temporary retreat. We'll make a second attempt when the wind drops. In Draco's Deep, our team was able to make direct contact with the monolith. However, no further change was observed upon touching its surface, nor upon dealing it several stout blows with both fist and blade. I'm glad they did the scientific experiment of having someone punch it. That's just, you know, they were dotting their I's and crossing their T's. Whatever the purpose of its activation, it would appear to be other than that of the defensive echoes we have encountered among previous relics of the fallen and their predecessors. We shall continue our investigations both of the monoliths proper and of any historical writings that might refer to them, and inform your lordship forthwith should they produce any discoveries of note. May the phoenix's flame burn ever in your heart. Tomage, Second Order of Archaeologians. First Order of Archaeologians, Dalmekinwang, 53rd Monthly Report. Item 1. Further discoveries from our acolyte ensconced within the recently displaced mound dwellers' remote settlement. The diminutive tribe's main village appears to be in receipt of regular deliveries of supplies from Hugo Kupka's Men of the Rock. On inquiring with the locals, it became apparent that they have the deepest respect for the one they call Lord Kupka, but whether he has merely bought their loyalty, or if there is some deeper connection between the tribe and Titan, remains unclear.
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for their own ends.
We've met one, yes.
Not so very long ago. A society committed to discovering how one might cast magics without a catalyst was found to be operating throughout Valisthea. They were denounced as heretics, rooted out, and driven from our shores, never to be seen again.
Cool story, bro.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields.
Okay.
Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Yeah, like usually
Indeed,
swords.
Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both, Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice.
We'll finish them
You are
ourselves.
grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else?
Time to
Of
road
course, my
trip.
lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
Convenient.
A certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Oh, we haven't had to fight a griffin in a while. That's fun.
The griffin your father meant to slay is
Smurg.
currently
Okay.
nesting in Titan's Wake, not far from here. Slay it in his stead, and claim the Heartstone that he could not.
Oh, well, it's actually going to be slightly faster to go here to the Gilded Path. Which feels like it's a little bit unnecessary to teleport, but you know, anytime it can be saved. Man, I completely rotated the camera the wrong way to see Ambrosia arrive.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Time to fight a griffin. Smurg.
There it is. For House Rosfield.
Oh, what just happened there? Let's just do this because, yeah. Go. Oh, I didn't do it in time. That's fine. I think I'm gonna still laser to death anyways.
Farewell.
Yeah. That was almost dangerous, but fortunately. Could power through. 2 Heartstones. Griffins suffer something akin to the crystal's curse, their flesh slowly turning to stone over a lifetime of channeling ether. Unlike bearers, however, the effect is far more gradual and limited to a sac around their hearts, the slower progress of petrification resulting in the formation of a gemstone of rare beauty.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
It's kind of fascinating that griffins get like a similar thing happening. But it manifests as making them have heart rocks instead. Be much more awkward for it to be people, I guess.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
And this one had 2 Heartstones.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godotha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Yeah, we'll just wait around for you to do it. We're not busy. We don't have a world to sit now. I'm kidding.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
But did he realize inside the duchy included Mom?
As Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
And that he died before he could give us, which, you know, appropriate.
Remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after father died, mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle.
Of
It was
course.
then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And
But it
so
just
my
lived a long
pursuit
time.
continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that his Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Godotha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
But exit requiratory. I think it says a lot about the ninjas that the easily most sympathetic character they have is not in fact any of them, but this random old lady who they found.
I remain your faithful servant, my lord.
Alright, time to have a chat, Joshua.
Burns suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay your father a visit?
Let's keep the road trip going, bro.
I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
I don't know. I feel like Clyde doesn't need headwear. But I mean, I guess we'll use it as long as I can toggle the helms off option.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
All right. So this must be... Ah, here we go. Hawk's Cry Cliff. Boop.
Run like the wind. Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
Like, I don't disagree with Clive, but legitimately, he's like, man, I don't know, bro.
He's just back there.
Saving the world is one thing. Our mom, that bitch was crazy. Dad couldn't handle her. The Emperor of Sunbreak couldn't handle her.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized.
Mom really
I
sucked.
never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
Joshua, you were like 8.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
Aw, look at Torgal here, hanging out with the boys.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Ghost Dad? Which I know has been sullied by things, but... Not only do we see Moogles, we see ghosts too. Truly, Ifrit's powers are unmatched.
We won't lay you down.
Who are you talking to, brother? As Mythos, I can see the ghosts of the dead.
Onward. To the end. And to a new beginning.
That was pretty nice, too. Like, these are a nice side quest. It's just it drops so many on you at once. Rusted Battle Helm. Archduke Elwin's helm, worn during his victorious campaign to quell the northern uprising. War's coming, my boy. We must make ready. Which I'm sure he actually said that line, but that also was so many hours ago. I think that's a nice scene of them remembering their dad, but he's been dead for ages. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. I mean, game, he was doing that already. Ah. A new quest. Ah, this is one at the missive. Okay. We'll go there and we'll pick this up real fast. God damn you, Oscar, you waste of space. Oh my god. Hooligan. Vivian writes us, Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, yet I thought that I should never set eyes upon it again, that those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge, and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Vivian. We better not let Jill read this. I don't know why I'm so mean to Jill. Like, I act like she's intensely jealous, when really it was just that one scene from the aborted timeline where I picked Tarja over her. Treasure hunt. Mid writes us, what, you didn't think I was just saying that stuff about hiding my engine, did you? When you know, I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're going to go on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ruddy god of yours. Take too long, and somebody more clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose in that case, I could bury you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows, I've countless. Mid. A hideaway welcome. Gav writes us, Edda seems fond of the silver bow we gave her. So much so, she's been taking the setting up atop her belly as she rests. To hear her tell it, the rascal kicks something fierce when she does, too. Sounds like we've another fighter on our hands, and none too soon. I can hardly wait to teach our newest little cursebreaker everything I know. Though I suppose we can all celebrate first. No need to get ahead of ourselves now. Okay, wait. I can hardly wait to teach our newest little cursebreaker everything I know. Though I suppose we can all celebrate first. No need to get ahead of ourselves now. Feels like that came apart a little bit in the end, but also maybe he wrote this to us when he was super drunk. I think I already read this one. It just moved it back down because I guess I accidentally skipped ahead of it. The Wages of Fate. Joshua, why did you... I mean, I guess Jill writes us too. Joshua writes us, do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominant sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burden both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? what Sid wanted, to cast aside fate and forge our own path. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Joshua. Then concern for Jill. Joshua also writes us, though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart. We would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction, before we depart for the skies. I would speak on this more in private, at Joshua's request.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Priceless. All right. So we currently have 4 quests. And here we're missing 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 5 of these. Rusted Bow Helm. Archduke Elwin's helm won in his victorious campaign to quell the Northern Uprising, and later laid to rest upon his memorial stone. Now it sleeps in Clive's chambers, a constant reminder of the bravery and selflessness of the men in whose footsteps he and his brother mean to follow. Model airship, mid's dangerous dream of flight, immortalized in miniature. Though the experiment ended in failure, Mid has allowed Clive to keep hold of the model, so that once her renown has grown, he might sell the piece for an exorbitant amount of gil. Winter Mead. A gift from Gav, this potent potable is made from honey collected in the Northern Territory short summers, and fermented slowly over the next 6 moons. Despite an obvious inability to hold his drink, Gavis insisted that he be allowed to share the bottle when the time comes to crack the seal. So I guess we have these 4 we do, and then maybe there's one that unlocks at the very, very end?
It's not time yet, is it? Right.
I'm sorry I talked about that. Alright, so I have about 40 minutes left. Let us, instead of doing any of these, although I should probably do the Harpocrates for Dion 1. But we'll hold off on that. I think what we'll do, in fact, I'll just know to do that one first. But I'll go check out the hunts. But before I do that, yeah, let's just try and do the Odin Rock. So, I believe it's... Okay, it's over here. What's the closer thing to teleport to? I guess it's Mardi Gras here. Or Vidagres. Gres? Vidagres? I don't know. Alright, I'm mostly going the right way. Actually, I'm right here.
Thanks, girl.
Ooh. Behemoth King, rank S. Maybe I should have left him for after the other hunts.
Another of the Royalist guard dogs. Quite a specimen it is, too.
Come on. Ah, there we go. Excellent. I didn't time that properly, but that's okay. Oh, you got me there. What I'll do actually, let's see if I can knock you out with this. Let's do the damage. Tetsukin. And laser. Rain of fire.
Too slow. Too slow.
Come on. Yeah. Build up on Tetsukin again. I'm just gonna keep dodging you because you keep doing this. Ooh, apocalypse. That sounds bad. Although, if you just want to do it all the way over there, I don't care, man. There, are you done, dude? God damn, look at you just spamming these giant spells. Come on, let's go, 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 go. I think I may have gotten this now. Come on, laser. Yeah. Tetsukin's got it. Ooh, he was worth a lot of experience. Damn. And he gave me an extra orichalcum? Wonder what I use that for.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Hell yeah. Where are you, good boy? Come here. Yeah, who helped me kill the Behemoth King? Oh. That'll never not be fun, even if it's just super indulgent.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
I guess usually I was making a habit of saved for those, but... I don't know. I don't find that one as fun, like... That and Svarog himself, like...
Time to fight.
They have their moments, but so much of the fight is just them doing those big attacks. And I'm sure when you know how to fight them properly, and like if you get really good at the game, there's a ton of ways you can make it so you're actively harming them for doing those attacks, but... I'm not that good at it, so instead I just like spam dodge things to stay out of it, so...
I can walk from here.
Well, maybe I wanted to keep riding Ambrosia, Clive. You ever think about that? Oh well. Let's go to the Odin Rock, the Odin Rock, the Odin Rock. This is probably going to actually be what finishes us up, so... Oh, and he just ran away then. Whatever. Let's save, actually, before I do this. Back to their origin. Not that I think it matters, but... When this ancient Menhir awaits a harrowing trial, in which Clive must race to overcome a host of deadly foes, with wielding the blessing of but a single icon, Odin. Let's take a drink before we begin. Alright. So Gungnir is summoned legendary spirit Gungnir executes that. Each landfills that. And Heaven's Cloud is that one. If I meant to still hit that. That Floyd tries on test skin will be easy. Parent attack will willing owns blade causing a steel counter. Also not too bad. So I'm going with tapping the button next end. Ah, you do need to tap the button. And they are both tapped buttons. Oh, I should have realized. Okay. Come on. There we go.
It's over.
Come on. There we go. Now this is kind of dangerous because my health is not going up very fast. Oh, I didn't get a punish? The downward tactic? Oh yeah, of course I didn't. And I didn't get coming below the iconic ability. Oh yeah, that makes sense too. Okay. This might be a problem, really, but we'll see. Although, ooh, look at that health. This is going to be a problem. I don't build meters the same way. Okay. Rift Slip. Usually for melee from any ability or action. Oh, it's so cool, but I'm not going to be able to pull it off right. Search forward to strike an enemy. Okay. Strike an enemy after using Rift Slip to cancel recovery time for a previously landed attack 3 times in a row. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Let's just finish it off. There we go. That was something I need to do. Okay. There we go.
You're finished.
Oh crap, he's jumping. Alright. That's pretty solid so far. Okay, I got the full things there. I mean, Ref Slip is fun when you can make it work. I know this thing that like drives its time way down. 3 times in a row. I only did it 1 time. Okay. We'll pop our limit next time, because I'm down at below half health. Man, this is the one too where like I have the advantage of gear in this too. Okay. Now we will get Rift Slip and Dancing Steel here, so... Oh, sweet, I was actually able to get it off. Let's just clear out these guys at least. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Oh, this is bad.
Nice try.
Okay, there we go. I won't get the full thing this time, but it will do at least. Let's just get rid of these guys. Alright. Well, time-wise I'm doing okay. I didn't get a Punisher ability finish, but I kind of knew I wouldn't one. I went into that. And I've got some health at least. I guess it's really going to depend on what kind of enemy it throws against us for the boss here. Oh, it's probably going to be... Oh, it's a Chimera? This might not be so bad, actually. It gives me Gungnir, and it gives me Dancing Steel. That would have been a great time to do Dancing Steel, actually. Okay, maybe it wasn't as great a time as I thought it was, but it did work out. Get this going. So far it's going pretty well though. The lack of health does not hurt me, but... Let's do this. Ooh, that was dumb. Oh. I can't believe that actually worked out. It should not have given me that. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'll just finish you. Oh, you might not be in range. Trial Proctor Slayer. Alright. There we go. Goose dancing seal will damage by 20%. That's the one. Well, actually, no, it isn't. Just will damage? That just does more stagger. I feel like there's one that gives you on Tetsukin meter, but maybe I haven't found it yet. Well, there's the hand of enchiladas done, though. So I did all the chronoliths. I feel pretty good about that. The hand of enchiladas. Hey, chronolith trials complete. The Circle of Malleus. Alright. So now, with only about 15 minutes or so left, let's see if we can knock out a hunt or two before I wrap up this extra stream. I am now reasonably confident next time, barring any disasters, and these final few side quests being extra long, that we'll be able to wrap up all the side stuff and then be in a good place. So we have this one Dragoon, we have the Blood Moon, we have the Wailing Banshee. So, Echoes of Fallen, this is in the Croc of Sombrek, okay. Actually, you know what, I can probably... The Croc of Sombrek, Garnick and Waloed, and the Penitent's Gate. Okay, Croc, Sombrek, and Garnick, Waloed. Garnick, Waloed, Croc of Sombrek. I'm not quite sure actually where the croc is. Oh, the croc. Okay, right here. So when I go to the dragon's area. Let's go, Ambrosia. You can get me there in time. I don't feel like fighting dragonets. Alright, we'll go through here. Funny, because the croc was where we fought that one bomb. Which, ugh, maybe if I'm unlucky, that's what this is. It's just a stronger bomb. But, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, now it's just another orb. Let's also save. I'm kind of banking on not dying to these things. I think I'm a little overconfident in my abilities. Terminus, rank A.
Looks like I'm working something up. Only one thing for it. Too slow. Nice try.
Go.
It's over.
Okay, that one went actually really quick. It's over. Alright. And just meteorites.
Sweet dreams.
Okay. Next was Garnek in Waloed. Garnek is this town, okay. It was actually faster load than I thought it was. I was like, I'll have time to take a little drink, and it.
Come on.
Not.
Run like the wind.
Oh man, this would actually have been a perfect time to instead fight the Behemoth King here, but whatever. Let's ignore the puppies if we. Whatever, we'll ignore them anyhow. I have no interest in fighting them.
Time to fight.
Not your little dragonettes either.
I can walk from here.
Giza Maluk. Oh, it's an Eggy. Really? Okay.
Harmon's madness lives on.
Ooh, I messed that up. Well, that works, I guess. There we go. Messed that up though. Yeah, whatever.
Too slow. Nice try.
On. I wouldn't have the time, so I'll do this and then do the Zetsuken afterwards.
Too slow. Nice try. Too slow.
Hey, there we go. Oh, I didn't time that perfectly. Oh well.
Nice try.
No.
Not good.
Okay, let's just play it a little bit careful because I'm gonna die here. And finish this on Tetsuken.
Enough.
I could have honestly saved that, but you know, is what it is. Whew, that fight was way closer. And now we found the clouded eye again.
Rest in peace.
Alright, and the last one is over by the Penitence Gate, which we're really beat up on. This is the Penitence Gate? Yeah. So I'll go run by. I'll give that one attempt, which I assume will have me die. And then that's what we'll resume with next time.
And how might I help the garrison today?
But I think overall, kind of forcing this in here, a little bit tired, but I think it's been pretty decent. Got some nice little side quests in, got a bunch of the other combat stuff done. We'll have to worry about Odin's trial. Got
Any of those beastly blue-eyed.
the majority of the hunts done, so This should work out pretty well next time to make it nice and easy to wrap up.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, maybe if I remembered how to fight dragoons, but even then, I'm at a 3rd health. I have very little meter saved up for limit break. I honestly shouldn't have wasted that Zantetsuken meter. I could have at least saved that for this, but yeah. Oh, look at this guy waiting here like a badass.
Thanks, girl.
Knight of the Splendid Heart.
You're the outlaw! The one who drove His Highness to madness! On your knees!
He hasn't heard. And he doesn't look like he's willing to listen.
Wow. I was trying to get off a cheeky permafrost there. Oh, that's funny. That one's technically... Okay. I know I said that was gonna be it. I thought maybe I'd get a little bit more elixir than that. So I'm gonna run to him one more time. And since I am fully healed this time... Also, man. That's still pretty embarrassing. Like, I know I'm not good at this game.
Seen any of those beastly blue-eyed...
And admittedly, I do have this tendency to kind of need to lose like half my health bar before I take a fight seriously.
I will.
But that was still pretty sad.
Good girl. Faster!
Yeah, that's why I didn't save before doing the fight either. Because, I didn't want to save going into that with less than a third of my health. And less than a third of my meter. I don't mind going into one of these, like, obviously it'd be a little bit better if you went in with all your resources. But I think it's okay to have, like, full health but not full meter. Excellent. Alright, save. Let's fight this Dragoon one more time.
Be safe. There's no turning back.
That was really cheeky and shouldn't have worked, but the game gave it to me, so I'll take it.
Too slow.
just gonna not even let you keep going.
Farewell.
Turns out, you brute force. Oh, he was worth good experience too. He got us to level 49. Nice.
Damn it. Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
Alright. There we go. Well, damn, okay. Quest I'm going to start with next time. Yeah, we'll start with Harpocrates next time. So, let's go. And I think with this, we are nearing endgame. Might end up doing a shorter stream in one of them. Ooh, that too. That's fine though. We'll leave off on Harpocrates. And I won't get too close either. Because I think there's 2 streams left. One more stream to do the final side quests, all the other side stuff. Be ready for it. And then the final stream, where we will beat this game. And have, I'm sure, the tearjerker finale. Or, you know, maybe it's a super happy ending. We defeat Ultima and everyone gets what they want. But I feel like it won't be that cheery. We'll see though. For now, thanks for hanging out with me. Good night, everyone.